All right, back at it again with the Reggiana rebuild. This is episode 4 of the rebuild. And last time around, we made the playoffs for the first time in any season, but we were unfortunately knocked out in the first round of playoffs, very narrowly in penalties, 5-4 against us. It was a tragedy, really, but, you know, at the end of the day, at least Arsenal didn't win any European trophies. Yeah, with that being said, we're back. I don't remember if I said I was going to do anything last time. I didn't even rewatch the video, you know, no cheating, even though that's not cheating. It's literally just whatever. The point is, season's anew, and let's go ahead and check our budget for this season. 6 million. Okay, this is honestly very good. Very, very solid. 5.6 game lied. It's okay. I forgive the game because Russell, I don't know why I called him like his French name. Russell is 61 overall, which is very promising. And oh man, he's looking amazing. I cannot wait to get him into the squad. There's a bit of an issue though. He's Cam, and our Cam is developing nicely. It's Dragovic. I mean, it's hard to replace him. Looking at the squad though, there's one glaring issue, and it's Esposito, who is, you know, in line with everyone else. I think we can also use some fullbacks out there, but I think it's time to look into a goalkeeper, a series goalkeeper for around 4 million. I'm gonna go look at some goalkeepers, you know, just shortlist some guys, scout some guys, because honestly I don't feel like foot whizzing a goalkeeper of all things, because they're not expensive and they shouldn't be hard to find. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head with everyone I know in real life, or literally just from FIFA, and just hope I can find someone that we can afford and is a solid pickup and replacement for Esposito. Okay, so looking at Brandon Austin right now, 28 years of age, a little bit old, but I also sent a scout on Kinski, who is coincidentally also a Tottenham player, but that's, you know, that's completely a coincidence. But aside from that, I looked in the free agents really quickly, and this guy immediately popped out at me. I mean, 71 to 81. He's probably a regen with all things. I mean, almost every free agent in this game is a regen of some sort, but I mean, like, he's a high tier regen, like regen of someone you would know off the top of your head. I mean, Argentine center back could be an Otamendi regen, could be, I don't know any other Argentine center backs that are old. You know, maybe if this was a couple years ago, I would say like Mascherano or something, but he's long retired, so probably Otamendi. Anyways, I'm gonna let the scouts do their things, and you know, I'll probably shortlist some other keepers that aren't just Tottenham keepers that I know off the top of my head. So I'll do that off cam. I'll be back when the scouts have returned, or honestly I just find someone that's too good to pass up on. So I shortlisted a few other keepers that I thought were probably a good fit and maybe affordable, and I was also surprised by how old some of these keepers are, who I actually thought were much younger, like in their early 20s, but they're like all 27, 28. But I've also sent out a youth scout, United States. You know, the keeper, I'm sure it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll get like some 6'5" god, you know, out of the youth academy. So yeah, I'll be back when everyone's scouted, done. I looked at a few, like I can show you. There was a few like Iñaki Peña, who I just shortlisted for the fuck of it. I know he is way out of our price range. He's too good. I think they value him too much. Same thing with like Bayender. I think he's going to be overvalued. Really, I think our best bet might be Brandon Austin, and he might even come out on loan, to be honest. And maybe Kinski, who is also still young. But hopefully the scout report is not going to take like 20 days like last season. And yeah, besides that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and sign this guy because he looks really good. And I'm not going to pass up on a really good defender, even if it is kind of obviously a regen. Alright, just like last time, this is probably the only free agent signing I'm ever going to highlight this video, and it's because he's probably going to come in at the mid-70s. He asked for a 6,700 wage. I did not really care what he asked for because oh my god, 77. I did not really care what he asked for because he was going to make it straight into the team regardless. He's going to replace the other regen because I don't want to have too many regens on a squad. And also because I'll probably just send Bianchi out on loan and leave Godot here because he's a real player. And I want to have as many real players as I can on the team. Alright, so I'm going to advance to around the preseason tournament invite. and hopefully everyone's scouted by then. I might look at some free agents off camera too, just to fill in the fullback positions, and I'll be back when that's all ready. Okay, so I'm back, and my scouts are absolute garbage. It's not looking like they'll be finished before the international tournament even ends, but I have been offered by Cremonese 1.4 million, which I think I'm going to try to negotiate up to 1.5. And if they basically reject me at 1.5, I'll let them have it for 1.4. I think this will be a good deal. We have good, solid bench, bench presence from both Goldo and the other auto-generated FIFA player. So yeah, this is good. I did want to clear him out. I was going to think about sending him out on loan, but he is 21. I don't think there's going to be any issues with sending him out at this point. So hopefully he doesn't develop into like an 87 overall center back who just terrorizes us this season. All right, that was easy enough. I mean, they instantly accepted. Maybe I got scammed, but it is what it is. I'll take 1.5 for Bianchi, who was probably never going to see the field if it was up to me. And yeah, like, satisfied with all of this. So I'm going to sim through the international tournament or the preseason tournament. Hopefully we win it. It's a 2 million prize pool, but I don't really mind if we lose it. We've lost every single one, and there's been no real issue. And honestly, it hasn't really been all that great of an indicator of the season anyways. Before I do that, though, Balogun has received an offer for 2.9 million, and I don't know if I want to send him out. Honestly, I think Balogun is one that I really want to send out on loan, because I did not mention this before, but I went into the academy and I put Russell on a right mid development plan because I think his playstyle, his stats fit better, and he might get a bump in overall up to like maybe 63 or 64, and I would bring him in and maybe play him in the backup position, because Balogun is really good. He's really young, but his potential is nowhere near what Russell's is, and I think it would do him some good to just go out on loan rather than playing back, second fiddle to Minsu and Du. That wing partnership is kind of crazy, isn't it? Minsu, Du Minsu. It's got a bit of aura, but yeah, I'm gonna reject this. I'm gonna actually put him out on the loan list, and hopefully someone takes him for like a year or so and he comes back like a monster. All right, so Balogun leaves us out on loan to Genoa, which is actually a huge move for him if this was, reality. But 2 years, I might just recall him if I see him bump up really high in overall, or especially if we go up to Serie A, which is a possibility this season. I'm going to need him back. I really don't want to play against our own player. All right, that's the end of the tournament. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. We went all even. I don't know why the, article was talking about Araujo. He should not have even started any game. I don't know why it's highlighting him. I think he did play. He came in probably for Baker Whiting or Mikic, but like, he's a backup. I don't know, the news section in this game is always really dumb. Anyways, the thing I'm mainly here to look at is to see if my scouts have done some work for once. Oh, that's not great. Why did my assistant manager never tell me about this? Some team picked up a free agent I was looking at, and I guess that is kind of on me for not checking back quickly enough. But, oh well, I guess. He looked really good. This guy looks kind of similar. Unfortunately, his playstyles were also really good. Maybe I can buy him. I'm going to have a look at, some of these guys. Yeah, they were really expensive. Maybe they send Kinski out on loan. You never know. No. Bayender out on loan. No. Iñaki Peña out on loan. I think our best bet is Brandon Austin, which honestly was a plan from the beginning. And if we can get Brandon Austin on loan, or if we can just get him permanently for not that expensive, I think I'll go ahead and sign this left back if this guy isn't like super good too. Well, looks like I was wrong. Brandon Austin is actually really bad in game. I like watching him play. He had a good day the other day, but to be fair to the game, he almost never plays, even in cup games. We had a fucking vampire out there playing our cup games for a while. But Brandon Austin's last Europa League game was not bad at all. Maybe FIFA will bump him sometime soon. I think he deserves a 71. But as it stands now, we are out of a keeper, or potential new keeper. I don't mind keeping Sposito in there for another season. I think it's completely fine. My scout is literally not doing his job. This said 15 days, 4 days ago. I've simmed a few days. I'm just gonna go ahead and sign this guy, honestly. I really do not care. Oh my god, this guy was 5'5". Maybe it's good that we didn't sign him. So I'm gonna go out and sign this guy. Hopefully he's good. If he's not, I mean, he can't be that bad to the point where he can't play backup. I just need a backup fullback. You know, if he replaces a starter, great, but the backup is what we're looking for anyways. All right, this is a semi-highlight for another free agent, but I just want to see 69 overall. Yeah, perfect. Literally a backup. I think he's higher than Baker Whiting, who's technically our starter, but this is exactly what I was looking for. A nice backup who, you know, Cruz was not the greatest backup ever. This guy does have decent playstyles for a fullback. Pink pass and whipped pass. I'll take those all day, especially if I was playing in game, of course, which I'm not. If I was playing, I would totally play him as an attacking fullback and he would do numbers. But aside from that, our squad is looking really solid. You know, Van de Black, not the highest overall ever, but Ahmed, maybe, you know, I don't really mind keeping Van de Black in there. I just want him to develop. Do is there, you know, this squad looks solid. I think we are at a big potential to win the whole thing this season. Esposito might have gotten a bit of dynamic potential, hopefully, so that he does develop past his 74 overall cap, or at least what it seems like to be his cap right now. Here's something I wanted to highlight. I'm not sure if Minsu had this last season, but he's now an exciting prospect, and Dragovic has gone up to potential to be special. So, you know, happy days in that department. Conti, you know, not quite anymore, but hey, it's okay. Everyone else doesn't really have potential. Not even him, you know, he's 6 foot. Not that that has much to do with anything because we're not playing in game. I keep saying these things like that matter in game, but it doesn't matter in sim. So like it literally, I shouldn't even talk about them. Molebe's gone up to 75. He also has potential to be special, which is amazing. I don't even think he had a potential tagline last season, which was honestly surprising to say the least. But here he is, and I'm excited to see what this guy can do out there because he's going to develop really quickly. Same with Dragovic, and Minsu's going to be developing quicker than usual, and Russell's probably going to come in mid-season because I think, you know, he's going to be a good asset to the team at right mid, playing that backup spot. And when Balogun comes back, listen, this is going to be a good next couple of seasons. We were in the trenches for a little bit, but this is looking up. I think I'm going to sign some coaches, maybe sign some free agents or something, maybe strengthen the bench a little more, or I'll just sign another youth scout to find some more youth. I think a good option would be finding more wingers or finding fullbacks, honestly, because yeah, we are lacking a little bit in that department. All right, I ultimately decided to sign another 5-star scout, which costed me about 3.4 million. Sent him out on 6 months to find Brazilian fullbacks. You know, I just felt Roberto Carlos, Marcelo, a lot of great Brazilian fullbacks out there. It's kind of the fullback, the winger, you know, it's the place, you know, there's so much talent in Brazil. But that's enough dilly-dallying for the preseason. It's time to start up the season. I'm not going to accept this offer, by the way. I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about it, but I don't think we could use any money right now. And he might develop even further and be worth more by the time the winter transfer window opens up. So, like I said, that's enough dilly-dallying. I'm going to sim to the mid-season, and I think we are going to cook this season. All right, we've reached the midpoint of the season, and I have not looked at all at this game, you know, since leaving it on sim. It's looking really good by the looks of the manager rating. I haven't seen that rating since I started the game. I don't even think you start with that rating. So let's have a look through the months together. I'm as blind as you are. Here we go. We have a lossless December, 2 draws and 3 wins, with one of them being a cup game. We've also made it past the first round again this year. November, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 draw. I think we might be looking at a top 4 spot this season, right? Or at the mid-season, you know. We'll see. October, 2 losses and 3 wins. September, we lost every game in September. How did this happen? Did we catch a form 1-1, and then that's about it? Did we just catch fire? We lost 5 games in a row, and then we lost 6 games in a row, and then we started winning all of a sudden. We've lost a lot more games. Wow, we just had a really bad September, which of course we did. Let's have a look at the table. We made it to round 2 of the cup, but we don't care about that right now. We want to see Serie B. Oh, yes. 5th place, Cremonese, right in front of us, 2 points ahead. We're not that far off from the top, only 8 points off. We do have league leaders soon, Como, who we've beaten twice, or at least once last season, and Pisa, who is kind of our rivals in my mind. I know they're not rivals in real life, more than likely not at least. But in my mind, like mentally, they're our rivals. So let's have a look at the mid-season stats. Godot's not very happy. He submitted a transfer request. I can't do that. He has not played. Van de Blok also has not played, but that's because the game is starting this guy, which makes sense, but I can't really do much about it unless I manually sim, which I might do this season. This Aiden Martin guy, I'm gonna re-sign him. Maybe can sell him for quick money, but that's not the point. Let's look at the appearances. Contreras, who has started every game, 1 assist, weirdly enough. Minsu is 7-2, not his best, but not his worst. Du has probably his best start to a season ever. Wait a second. Oh, wow. Okay. Dragovic has started not as many games as I thought he would. Maybe he's getting subbed in. I honestly got kind of scared. I thought the game like sold him on accident. Van de Blok's played 17 games though. Maybe just off the bench and he's not happy about that. Back to the point though. Molebe 10-1, 77 overall. Du, great start for him. That's his best start I think ever. And 9 clean sheets it's looking like. Although Sposito's only started 20 games, which means Aiden Martin has gotten 1 clean sheet. I don't know why he's ever played. Did Sposito get injured or something mid-season? I'm not sure. But it's looking pretty good so far. You know, the stats aren't really screaming at me. They look very similar to all the other times, every other season. So hopefully we go on the up. But something I have, you know, not forgotten to do here. Oh, that is a big problem. I actually totally forgot to look at every youth report ever. And so I only ever looked at like one of them. Here's a few. Oh, I mean, I'll take him. This is like the scraps I have to pick up. Yeah, that was kind of my mistake, but I got 2 decent looking ones. But the American keepers, it's looking like those guys are long gone. That scout is gone, and well, it's gone. Although our keeper looks like decent potential, I'm gonna go into a youth tournament right now and see what the potential is talking about right after I promote Russell to the senior team, so we can finally play among the senior players. All right, looking at this potential, Gibbs is at an 84 potential, which is really nice. Ribeiro, 82. Bourgeois, 84. We already knew that, though. Cortez has lost a little bit of it. 85 for Ferreira. I'm going to play through this game really quickly. I'm not going to play through the whole tournament, but after I play through this, I'm going to work some things out. Maybe try to get Van de Blok to start a few more games. And yeah, I'll just sim to the end of the season and hopefully sim to playoffs or maybe even automatic promotion if this second half goes really well. Oh wow, I did not see this. Oh, also Conti was injured at some point. There's a few things here. We won Manager of the Month for last month, which is great. A couple of Godot offers. Not really surprising. But yeah. Alright, so with the Manager of the Month award on the horizon, and it's not on the horizon, I've already gotten it. It's looking good for the rest of the season. I think what I'm going to do is probably just set up the bench here. Godot's really angry with me, but I have no control over that. It's not my fault. I'm really trying to get you to come in and play some games, but the game doesn't want you to do that. Also have to change the development plan on Contreras, who has apparently peaked at this plan, or has peaked overall at 78, which is kind of worrying, but I'm sure he will bounce back next season. I'll give him some roles here, put him on the defender plan, and just let him play. But that's it for the mid-season. I've got nothing left here to do besides sign youth players every month or so for the next like 2 to 3 months, and then I will just head straight on to the end of the season, which is where I will see you next. All right, we've hit the end of the season, and I made sure to sim a few days after our final game. We're on May 4th. So looking at the manager rating, it's not looking great. And looking at the fact that there's no games, there's absolutely no way we've bottled top 6. Because I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I simmed to the end of February just to make sure I had no youth scout reports left. We were third. We won every game in February. Or I think we actually drew one, but still, we went unbeaten in February. So for the game to basically sit here and tell me we've somehow lost everything from March till April, I don't want to believe it. So let's have a look. No, we've won. We won 3 out of 4 out of our 5 games. We went unbeaten in April. Almost unbeaten. We beat Como 3-0. 3-0. Como might have won the league. How have we not made it? Okay, you know what? I'm not going to panic because this happened literally last time. And I was like, how did we not make it through? So let's have a... We're second. Oh my God. We nearly won the league. We've made it to Serie A. We're through. The season's over. Oh my goodness. Oh... We won more games than Como, but we lost so many more than them. If we literally got one more draw, our goal difference probably would have been higher than theirs. Yeah, we would have the head-to-head, I think, as well in the league. We had an immaculate season, and I cannot wait to see what the team has done. Esposito, a 75 overall, one little bump. He's getting replaced next season. I'm sorry, he just doesn't cut it for the Serie A. Maybe his youth partner will replace him. Baker Whiting 71, but we're not looking at the overalls here. We're looking at the goal. Okay, Molebe 21-1, not bad. Adu 7-5. I don't know why I skipped over him so quickly. I think this is his best season. And Minsu also 10-5, back in form. You know, not as good as his one breakout season, but we'll take it. Dragovic 11-7. I think this is his best. He's 88 overall. He is immense for us. Everyone else, you know, Godot, not many appearances. I'm sorry about that, but I didn't really feel like manually simming just to start these guys. Molebe is looking great. He's almost 80 overall. I've been changing his development plans every now and then. It doesn't really matter what I have him on. He's going to develop and he's going to bag goals. I was going to say Minsu's lost his tagline, but that's because he turned 22. He still probably has that exciting prospect behind, you know, whatever he has right now at the club since 2025. But that was, you know, obviously because he's turned a little older. Balogun, I think he's developed a bit, so that's nice of him to develop while he's out there. Russell has potential to be special. I think he should be starting, to be honest with you. Either that or I just send him out on loan. I think I might send him out on loan because the game will literally never start him at a backup position. Did he play at all this season? Not one appearance. It's unfair to him, and honestly, oh my God. I might have to sell. I could sell Dragovic, Molebe. These are... Wow. Okay. Yeah, this season has been everything we could have hoped for. I mean, we made it through. Oh, what? What happened? Did Minsu get injured? Oh, wow. I think we could have won the league, like, fully if Minsu didn't get injured halfway through. Yeah, he got injured for a few games. 39 out of 42 games. I mean, he got injured for like a game or two, but still, he's a big player for us. So also would like to highlight Ortiz started a lot of games, 39 in fact, more than Baker Whiting. But Baker Whiting has no problem with his playtime because he's on a rotation contract. I might have to start him over Baker Whiting just because Baker Whiting has no problem with coming off the bench, and you know, Ortiz does. So Van de Black though, hopefully maybe send him out on loan. Maybe sell Godot next season. He's really angry with me. Or maybe keep Godot and send Van de Black out because Van de Black's a bit older. Although I really like Van de Black, 80 pace. It kind of hurts to send him out, but yeah, it might have to happen next season. Looking at the academy though, our academy looks all right. Yeah, just some decent players. 69 overall for our goalkeeper. He might come in next season and just I'll let him cook as a backup. Kind of like how the other American was cooking as a backup this season. There's not much else to say about this right now. I mean, we haven't won the league. We nearly won the league. We've gone up through promotion, and it's, you know, it's everything you could ever hope for in a Serie B season. We've gone up finally in the 4th season, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say. The game is finally realizing the true potential of Dan Guy. Gonna just renew. No, okay, that's fine. Renew. Maggio, we can renew him too. Cruz really wanted something high. Like, I don't know why you thought you were worth that much money. Dragovic, though. It could come to a sell. I don't know yet, though, because he's just so good. He's such an amazing player. As I sim through these final days, oh, Russell's got an offer. Hold on, stop. Wait, is that who I think it is? Is that Vicario? Playing for Roma? Alright. Interesting. 2-year loan for him. I'll let him go. Hopefully he comes back a beast. Just like I said for Balogun. But I think Russell will be huge. There he goes. I'll probably call him back too. Because, yeah, Du is kind of stagnating. But hopefully with this big season Du's kind of had, maybe that dynamic potential will hit him like a truck. And he'll be up to, like, showing great potential. Although he's turning 22 very soon. So I probably won't even be able to see it. But yeah, as these final days sim by, I mean, there's nothing much to say. Godot, offer for Godot. I'm just going to reject these. I think I'm just going to put, you know, I'm just going to put the other guy, our regen up, Ahmed. I'm going to put him up for transfer because I really want, you know, Godot or Van de Black to play some games or more games than they've been playing at least. Because, yeah, it kind of hurts seeing them not play over a guy I don't even want to start. Instant transfer for Ahmed. I'll see what I can squeeze out for him. All right, I've successfully squeezed out 1.8 for him. Probably not the best deal ever, but it's okay. Extra money for next season. Another offer for Ahmed. Wow, he's selling like hotcakes here. Oh, I hate when this happens, and this happens so often that like I just know it's gonna happen every time. I accept an offer for like an okay price, and then the next time an offer comes in, it's like the max offer that can be available for a player. Like, it's just dumb. But yeah, you know, this has been going for about an hour. I have kind of gone and went, you know, from the game. Decent price, best possible deal at 2.4. I tried getting 1.9 for him. Nobody wanted him for 1.9, and by nobody I mean literally that one club who probably just couldn't afford him at that price. But yeah, next season is exciting. We've made it into the Serie A. Next season is going to be a real battle to stay in the Serie A because I don't know if this team's good enough. I know there's one player who's for sure good enough for the Serie A, and that is Dragovic, obviously. I think we might be able to put some numbers up in the preseason next season, but that's it for this one. There's not much else left to do. Quite literally nothing left to do. I can't do anything on this screen except end the season, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I'm done.